Great Orbax from the Department of Physics at the University of Guelph. We're going to explore the science of pop culture as we see what's real or unreal. Hyperdrive versus warp drive. Einstein's theory of general relativity states that nothing with mass or information can travel faster than the speed of light, a speed which is defined as 299,792,458 meters per second. Yet, in almost every science fiction world, we see faster than light travel. So how does that work? Let's accept the idea that in these universes, we have these infinite energy supplies and these bizarre engines that could get our ships up to traveling even close to the speed of light. Even if we can get around that problem, we can't get past this idea of time dilation. Time dilation is the idea that while on the ship, the crew experiences time slower than the rest of the universe. And we can't have Starfleet Command trying to communicate with the Enterprise not in real time. And you can't send the Millennium Falcon out on a mission that only appears to be 2 days to the crew, but in reality is 5 years. So how do we get around all of that? Let's start with Star Wars. Star Wars deals with this problem in an interesting way, which is, if we can't break the laws of physics in our own dimension, why don't we go to a different dimension where they don't apply? And that's exactly it. So let's assume that we live in a universe where we've got energy supplies and engines that can take us, the Millennium Falcon, up to the speed of light. Sure, maybe we can all agree that that exists. It's not any more far-fetched than the Ewoks defeating the Empire. And once we get to the speed of light, we click on the hyperdrive. The hyperdrive engines open a portal to another dimension, a dimension where you can actually travel faster than the speed of light is here. Easy peasy, right? But here's the problem. How do you know where you're actually trying to go if you're in another dimension?
Traveling through hyperspace ain't like dust and crops, boy. Without precise calculations, we'd fly right through a star or bounce too close to a supernova and then it'd end your trip real quick, wouldn't it?
Massive objects in our dimension cast something called mass shadows in hyperspace. This means that planets and moons and massive gravitational bodies can still be seen, but you need to rely on complex hyperdrive computers to map your routes through hyperspace lanes. These mass shadows take time to project into hyperspace. So if a planet like Alderaan has just been destroyed, its mass shadow would still exist in hyperspace. Or something like the Death Star, something massive like that had just been built, it wouldn't necessarily have cast a clear enough shadow into hyperspace yet. So this method of travel comes down to what they say about the Millennium Falcon.
It's a ship that made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs.
A parsec isn't a measurement of time, a parsec is actually a measurement of distance. So the Millennium Falcon didn't actually travel faster, it just found a shorter route. Now with Star Trek achieves faster than light speed while still remaining in our universe. So Star Trek uses something called warp drive. These large nacelles that appear on the Enterprise or any of these other starships are the warp drives. What warp drive engines do is that they create a subspace bubble around the ship. Now inside the bubble, the actual properties of space-time remain the same as they do on the outside. So in front of the bubble, you compress space, and out the back of the bubble, you elongate space. So what you're in essence doing is you're moving space past the ship rather than moving the ship through space. By doing that, we get around this whole idea of time dilation taking place because the space inside still remains the same. Our current cruising speeds in outer space are around 26,000 kilometers per hour, which is around 7,222 meters per second, or 41,511 times slower than the speed of light. So you can see that any little boost that we could actually get would increase our ability to explore the vast universe that we live inside. But when it comes down to it, there's actually no contest. The Millennium Falcon in A New Hope was actually able to travel from Tatooine to Alderaan in a period of time that seemed like a day, maybe 2 days, to travel a distance of 50,000 light years. While in Voyager, the distance home from the Delta Quadrant, which was about 70,000 light years, was going to take on the order of 76 years. So to finally end the debate that's raged for years, I, the Great Orbax, am here today to tell you that hands down, the undisputed winner is the Millennium Falcon and its hyperdrive.
Star Wars! It's a Star Wars, Star Wars!